My friends texted me, they're like, hey, there's no school tomorrow. I was like, whoa, what, why?
Riley Pyrak is one of nearly 1,600 Bothell High students who had the day off from school. Instead of studying in class, she's doing it solo at home. Students and parents got a text, an email, a phone call that they needed to stay away from school.
It is out of abundance of caution that I have decided that Bothell High School will be closed tomorrow. We need more time to fully and completely disinfect the entire school as a preventative measure.
Jen Pyrak, who also happens to work for KOMO Radio, is Riley's mother.
Riley's a really good student, so she was actually disappointed that school was canceled because she had studied for tests or some projects due.
Even so, Pyrak says the superintendent and the school made the right decision.
I think they're doing the right thing. I think our school district, at least, I have a lot of faith in them and the decisions they're making.
And Pyrak is relieved the extra safety measures involve disinfecting the school.
That makes me feel so much better. I think that's why I'm not worried.
Students say the same thing.
I'd rather have a school, like a day off, just to make sure everything's like disinfected. Because, I mean, I'm not trying to risk it.
Some say the school closure is a clear indication that the coronavirus outbreak, a global concern, could hit close to home.
It's opening our eyes that this is not something that we get to be buffered from.
We've talked about it in class a lot. We've referenced it in all my classes, but it was never really like a thing that we thought would actually happen. I think it's a good thing that they're taking the precautionary measures because this is like a serious thing that's happening.
Of a new coronavirus isolation and quarantine site are worried about its safety.
KOMO's Keith Eldridge says the emergency facility is just now being set up at the grounds of the Maple Lane School in Rochester.
That's unbelievable.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. I guess I won't take that road anymore. I'll go around.
Susan and Tom Blozell live right across the street from Maple Lane School. We're in an encampment of motorhomes and tents just now going in, within full view of Old Highway 9. Separated by a fence and barbed wire, but that's it.
It's right next door to you.
Yeah, and especially the wind blows always from the south, mostly from here to southwest. And that virus, if it's that bad, you know, it's liable to blow right on us.
But the state health department says this is considered a safe place. Even though it's this close to the road, they say there's nothing to worry about.
The space itself really minimizes any risk to anybody that works there or is even near the neighborhood. It's a pretty rural area.
Shelley Slaughter of the Thurston County Public Health Department said, we're working closely with our state and local partners to support all efforts to prevent COVID-19 in our community. Establishing this site is a proactive approach to protecting public health. We hope this site won't be needed, but it's always good to be prepared. It's similar to the other site at Shoreline. One part is for isolation for those who may have been exposed to coronavirus and are showing symptoms, and one part for quarantine for those who may have been exposed but are not showing symptoms.
I just don't want to take a chance. I just scares me. It really does. Scares me for our neighborhood.
This family shares the sentiments of the health department in the hope that this place never has to get used.
For the second time in as many weeks, a suspected rapist had to be tackled in court after an outburst. It's video you'll see only on KOMO.
Well, today, Christopher Teal started yelling in front of the judge before he was taken down.
Just 2 weeks ago, KOMO captured exclusive video of Teal hitting his public defender in that same courtroom. KOMO's Gabe Cohen is live with this Operation Crime and Justice report tonight. Gabe?
And Eric, both of Teal's violent outbursts happened right here in courtroom 1201. It's a space several judges have told me is unsafe. And now Teal's case is heading to another courtroom as plans to renovate 1201 are moving forward.
Compared to where I was living.
Another hearing, another outburst.
Mr. Parado confirmed counsel.
Christopher Teal, an accused rapist, taken down as he appears to step toward the judge.
I will tell you!
Just 2 weeks ago, Teal hit his now former lawyer in the face and security hauled him out.
I'm an admitted pedophile!
Both outbursts were in courtroom 1201. The judge again pushing back Teal's competency hearing.
It's been suggested that we do so outside of 1201.
Why would that make it safer?
1201 is a very confined, small courtroom with many, many people in it.
Judges like Jim Rogers have voiced concerns about this felony courtroom for years. Attorneys and inmates pack into a small space as out-of-custody accused felons sit in a crowded gallery beside victims.
It has to change.
Now, he says it may.
There's an effort to do some planning to remodel a 1201 space.
The remodel plans are now with Executive Dow Constantine's office. They wouldn't offer any info. Judge Rogers will see the plans next week.
What changes can people expect?
We are hoping that there is an expansion of the space on 1201 in the space that currently exists, where there's some walls that are taken out and the size is expanded.
The construction cost is unclear, but relocating the courtroom might be too expensive because of transporting inmates. Right now, this bridge from the jail leads right to 1201. Judge Rogers hopes a renovation will prevent outbursts like these.
They should be able to communicate with their lawyers, but not hit them.
Broke ground on the NHL practice facility at Northgate. It marks the start of a complete makeover to the Northgate Mall that's called North Seattle home since the 1950s. KOMO's Patrick Quinn joins us live tonight. And Patrick, in a rare interview with the property owner there, you found out how they're hoping to breathe new life into Northgate.
Molly, that's right. For this has been a retail hub for about 75 years. Heralded as the first modern mall in America, but that's the past. Today we got to look at its future, which does include a hockey facility with 3 sheets of ice, and that's just the start. With digging and crunching in the background, NHL Seattle announced their new future at Northgate.
I say welcome to our home.
Seattle's NHL franchise broke ground on their 180,000 square foot practice facility and training center.
Third, second, first sheet will have 1,000 seats for our fans.
Set to open fall 2021.
The idea of our players training on one sheet and a kid learning to play on the very next sheet over.
But this will be much more than just an ice rink.
It'll be a small city.
Michael McCarty with Simon Properties said the historic Northgate Mall you knew, built in the 1950s, will be no more.
It's an evolution where you're not just going to come here to shop. You still can, and we hope that they still will, but it's also a place to be very social.
McCarty said a new hotel will open by next year. Shops, businesses build out by 2026. A Virginia Mason healthcare clinic is going in on the ground floor, and light rail extending to Northgate next year will help connect the region. Shoppers we talked to said the makeover to the mall is long overdue.
It certainly was, I think, in a state of decay for a while. I mean, it wasn't really a lot of what I would call really great thriving businesses.
For Seattle City Council member Deborah Juarez,
it's weird to be standing here where we used to Christmas shop.
The new look Northgate has been 6 years in the making. The $80 million practice facility, all privately financed, once a pipe dream, is now proof of what could come next.
Private, public, what does this say about the potential?
Well, there's more to come. Yeah. So, you know, a hockey team, we aspire to be a top music venue and a building that's top in the world. And then we believe the NBA will come back and they'll play in our arena.